Hello and welcome everyone to She Speaks at 10. Today we are in conversation with Miss Pooja A Bhandari, an intuitive person from childhood and is internationally trained into Reiki, Theta Healing, tarot card reading, crystal therapy, numerology, and much more. She gives weekly readings for Hindi News18.com, Kalki News, News 21 TV, National Khabar, Life and More Plus In, and many more other electronic platforms. She also creates healing candles, soaps, bath salts, etc. under the label Soulful by Pooja, which she also calls Concoction of Love and Passion. Welcome, Miss Pooja, to our show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And a very good morning to all of you here. I would like to congratulate Vinita Bakshi, first of all, and a big shout out to her. Thank you, Vinita, for inviting me over and allowing me to share my journey with everyone out here. So, guys, a big congratulations to Vinita once again. And she's the founder of Aambra Foundation in Delhi, which is a Delhi based NGO, and they have been tirelessly working in the domain of women empowerment. And they also have a women helpline, and their number is 1-800-833-2300. And it is a She Speaks helpline for all the women. So, guys, it's not only for women actually. You guys can reach out to them on this number. So guys, I would like to begin now. I'm Pooja A Bhandari, as I was just introduced. I don't call myself a healer because I'm no one to heal anybody. It's the creator's job to heal people. I'm just a medium, and I call myself your spiritual friend and a confidant. Why a friend? Because you know you will go to a friend without thinking twice, and you know that your friend is not going to judge you, and you know that you can be open in front of your friend. And while being on my spiritual journey, so yes, I definitely use techniques and various ways to support people. I will not say help people, but yes, support people. So that's why I call myself a spiritual friend. um, yes, I have been trained into Reiki, Theta Healing, tarot, numerology, etc., etc. And my journey began many, many years ago, but officially it didn't begin, until I was in my late 30s. So let me just brief you a little about myself. I'm from MP. My parents still live there only, and I came to Delhi in 1994 to study fashion. Yes, guys, I'm a fashion designer by profession. I studied fashion. I designed men's clothing for so many years. And then I had my own boutique also. And so, yes, after that, my journey began. But I would like to take you back to my childhood. I very categorically remember one incident. I must be around 8.5 years old. And we were living in our ancestral home. And, it was a huge joint family, and I was the eldest daughter. So you can imagine, 8.5 year old child, and Baki sub, they were all tiny tots. A couple of my cousins were also there. So I remember it was, summertime, and my mom used to go off to sleep after, cooking lunch. And as I told you, we were in a joint family. So feeding everybody in the family, we had my grandparents, and, it was a big setup. So she would sleep, and I would just rush out of the house. And even when I look back, I'm also surprised at how I was able to do that, because I would just rush out of the house, and there was a hospital around 1.5 to 2 kilometers away from my house, and I would just go there. There was some kind of construction going on there, and I'm talking about early 80s. So you can imagine a small town in MP. wherein how they would be disposing of the stuff that is used in the hospitals and all. So you can imagine those days. I would just go in the backyard, collect whatever I could. I still remember collecting, fresh cotton and some needles and all. And then where the construction site was, I would go there and I would visualize, as a kid, I would visualize that I'm sitting and there are people all around me. I'm, healing them. I am doing some kind of surgeries and a lot of stuff was happening around me. And that used to give me a lot of peace. And, when I would go back home, I used to take that stuff with me so that I can play at home also. But as usual, you can imagine what my mother would have done. She used to throw away all the things, and I used to get the scolding also. So this continued for many months actually, and I actually felt, that there are people around me, there are fairies around me, there are angels around me, and I'm, healing everybody. And obviously, a child could not share any of those things to anybody. So it just went on. And then from the ancestral home, we had to, shift out into a nuclear family. And then I started going to a different town to study, which was around 30 kilometers away from my house. And there were no buses. I mean, there were no school buses. There was no other conveyance because I was one of the three girls who were traveling from that small town to another town, that is Jhansi, because I was in a convent in my hometown only. But after class fifth, there was no, further studies happening there. So you can imagine those days how it was. And so when I had to go to the convent, that was St. Francis Convent, Jhansi. So I had to travel 30 kilometers one way, and there used to be one bus in the morning and one in the afternoon, and it was a local bus, and all sort of people used to be there in that bus. Students were also there, and uh, office people were also there. Then there were three villages, so you can imagine the village people also joining in, sometimes with their vegetables, sometimes with their animals also. So yes, I've seen those days also, and the road was absolutely a mess. So, during those days, I traveled like that for good 6 years. I started traveling like this in 1986. So I was just, I was not even 11 that time. And these days, if we have to send our child to travel that much, I will not be able to do that. And so, yes, I started traveling like that. But those 6 years, because after that, we shifted there only. But those 6 years taught me a lot. They actually taught me the real meaning of life, real value of life, and real learning actually happened during that time only. So during those days also, I remember, whenever I was traveling, there were people who would just come and sit with me. They would talk to me. And I would also, I'm a very, friendly person. So I used to talk to everybody. So they would just sit and talk to me. And then before leaving, they would say, oh, it was lovely. And, we feel good. या हमारी हीलिंग हो गई है आपके साथ बैठ के उस टाइम मुझे हीलिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट समझ नहीं आता था बिकॉज आई वाज टू यंग सो मुझे लगता था होगा कुछ सो and then in school also when because I'm from a convent, so we used to go to the library. It was a mandate for all of us, and girls were looking for Agatha Christie and Mills and Bones, and I was looking for books on numbers and books on palmistry and all that. Yes, we did have some collection of that also. And I remember by the time I completed my class 10th, I was completely, thorough with all the books in my library regarding numerology and all. And Linda Goodman Sunshine, you can say I had literally, mugged up the entire thing cover to cover. So that's how it happened. And then when I shifted to Delhi in 1994, uh, I started getting a lot of dreams. I was getting dreams, and whatever I was seeing, it was coming true, and it was a real scary thing for me. And that time, and see the irony of things, like when I was in my early days, 8.5 years old, I had no one to share anything to. When I started getting dreams when I shifted to Delhi, probably I was around 17, 18, 19. I still have no one to share those things to. So, I used to feel very lonely. I used to feel very empty, and and a little scared also, because I was still in my teens and I really did not know what to do. So somewhere at the back of my mind, I had this, I wish I could share it with someone. And it is very sad that I'm not able to do it with anybody. So I wish अगर किसी के साथ ऐसा होता है, so they should come and share it with me. So that thought I just left in the universe that time, and I did not know that it is going to manifest in this manner in the later years. And then I started working, I started designing, and life took a different turn. So that, like we say, no, that we have to complete a journey to reach our destination. So for me also, it was like that only. I started designing. I started traveling. I was doing fashion shoots. I did all of that, and during that time only, I got to know about Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhism, and that was in 2001. In fact, 2000. So probably that was a turning point in my life. I felt so connected to the philosophy. I started reading about it, but there was no proper structure or organization that I could, connect to that time. So finally, I came into Buddhism in 2007, and that completely changed my life. The life opened up after that. So while doing my designing, I started, I was a passion. I was a photographer also since my childhood. I would roam around with a camera in my hands. So my photography took a different level only. And I started doing photography. I did it professionally for many years. And during one of those fashion shoots, I met a person. And while I was styling and designing her, she started crying. And I was just wondering what happened. What have I done to her? I got a little scared. That fear thing was always there since those days. Somewhere I was not able to release it. So when this person started crying, I said, "What happened?" She said, "You've healed me up." I said, "How?" "I'm just doing the photography for you." After so many years, I heard this healing word once again when someone again told me that, you healed me up. So I did not do anything, We all have a defense system around us. I said, no, I've not done anything. I'm just doing my job. I'm doing photography. She's like, "No, you're a phototherapist." I was like, wow, that's a new name for me. So then she told me, that she had this phobia of getting dressed up. And so whenever she would get ready, or she would get dressed up into fine jewelry and all, she would get those panic attacks. And it was coming somewhere from her past life. And she told me that she's a therapist. I was not aware who she was. So she was a therapist herself, and she was into past life regression and a lot of other things also. And then when I was connecting the dots, I remember that, for past so many years, I've been reading about all this stuff. In fact, my day used to begin with Bejan Daruwala's readings also. We used to wait for his readings, especially those annual readings, if people of my age group would remember. So it started from there. And then when I met this person, the life changed completely. She said, "I'm a therapist, I'm a healer, and I would like to offer something in return to you." I said, "But I do not charge anything for my photography. I mean, this particular assignment." She's like, "No, I would like to offer you a healing session." I said, "Okay." So, then she told me that you're really disturbed. And yes, I was really disturbed that time because, uh, you know, there was some tragedy in the family, and it was really tragic, when we could not get to know about the person who had passed away. And I mean, it was really it it was really painful that time. So somewhere I was just not able to come out of that. So when she started doing my healing, I felt there was lots releasing, from me, uh, from my subconscious mind, from my body. I could feel the fumes coming out of my body that time. So it was actually, it was a turning point. Then she said, "You are a born healer." I said, "I don't know." She said, "Yes, you are a born healer, and I can see the huge presence of," she named a deity, "of him around you, and you're totally blessed. So just continue to do your work, whatever you're doing, heal people. Just go and heal people. I see huge bright light around you." And, I could understand all of that, but I was not ready to understand, because somewhere I had, come to terms that my journey is completely into fashion and photography and glamour. So then she gifted me a set of tarot cards, and he said, please start doing the readings. I said, I really can't do readings. She's like, you know it, and just go ahead and do it. Then she started asking me few questions, and then whatever intuitively I could see, I told her, and it was absolutely correct. And I had never known that person. And then from there, my journey actually began. I completely got into Reiki. I did Theta Healing. I did access bars. I did angels, because I was always, I could always feel the presence of angels around me. I could feel the fairies. I could, tap into the energies of the universe, and all those signs and signals that we get from all around us. So I could always tap into them. So my official journey began from there, and but still I was not very sure what to do. So when I was doing readings for my friends and family and everyone around me, I would not charge money. So somewhere that hitch was there, I should not charge money for whatever I'm doing, because this is not my job. I'm doing because it just came to me. Uh, and then eventually things started moving, and I was literally pushed into it. When we say the universe conspires, so yes, actually in my case, universe conspired me, and I started doing readings for people, and it's been a word of mouth since then. And people still come and tell me that, you heal us, and I really don't know uh, what it is. I just do my job. Whatever, I'm being guided by the creator, whatever is downloaded to me, I share it with people. In my readings also, I share it, just, as is, whatever is coming to me. And it's been a beautiful journey till now. And I am on a mission. In fact, I would like to share with you that my fashion and my fashion photography and everything has taken a back seat. I don't do any of those things now. I'm completely into tarot readings. I'm completely into, healing, and I am a theta healing practitioner, and I do theta healing also. And I've seen some fantastic results after doing theta healing. And I teach tarot, and the joy that I, get when I teach tarot is amazing, because that's a time when I feel that, the other person who's learning tarot is empowering himself or herself. That person will be able to, empower many more others. So this is my spirituality is not fear based. If you do not fear, you will definitely receive things in miracles from the universe, you that you can't even imagine. It is such a beautiful all around. And so I'm here with you all, just to this was just a small part of my journey, and beautiful one. I'm so grateful to the creator. Back home. Being in this profession, this spiritual path, makes me feel home, makes me complete. And I, would like to say to every one of you who are here with me that just keep moving ahead. We all are spiritual people. You don't have to, go to any university or a college or uh, anyone else, to learn the spiritual path. We all are spiritual. It's just that we need to tap into our energies, and universe gives us enough signals, universe gives us enough signs. It's just that we need to be aware. It's just that we need to be a little more conscious about what we are doing. We need to be a little more mindful. So if you are ready to do that, your life is going to be a beautiful journey, and you all will be back home like I am. And I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy to be able to share a small part of my journey. And Once again, I would like to thank Vinita. And before I take your leave, I would like to leave a quick message for you all. I have my tarot cards here with me, but today I'm not using tarot cards. I'm going to use the angel cards because I'm an angel therapist also, and this is what I've been guided to, do it for you all, that, I should leave a message for you all that you all can imbibe that in your life and keep moving ahead. Just allow me a moment. Wow, I've got two cards, and you know, universe is so beautiful. Universe, like I said, universe will always give you signs and signals. So this also says that you need to pay attention to your thoughts and ideas. So whatever is coming from deep within, just start paying thoughts to, just start paying attention to them. Actually, those are your answered prayers. So sometimes we just don't believe that whatever is coming from deep within, we just don't want to listen to it. We just don't want to, hear it. We just don't want to acknowledge it, and that is a time then we go haywire. And trust you me, guys, your inner guidance will never fail you. So just start believing in it. And this is what the card is also saying. And the other one says that, if you start doing it and start believing that love is real, you will be in complete peace. So, yes, I also believe in these two things only. So, guys, I hope this is it from my side today, and lots of love to you all. I look forward to be here with you all once again with a proper spread of tarot cards. Thank you so much for all your love and patience. Please take care.